Welcome to this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live, the show that ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through the industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Sammy Joe Farrens, entrepreneur, author, motivational speaker. Welcome to the show, Sammy.
Hey, how are you doing today, KJ?
I'm doing very good, Sammy, and what you will talk will not only make me feel good, but also a lot of people will be talking about unlocking your full potential with gratitude, how the power of gratitude can unlock the full potential for your business and life. So, to understand from you, Sammy, first to understand, you are an entrepreneur yourself, to understand these things, and a motivational speaker about gratitude. But first, to understand what is gratitude in today's time, we'll get to the other questions after that around that.
To me, in today's time, gratitude is something that I feel like a lot of people say, and they mean, but do they really understand what they're saying, what the gratitude really is, and what the real feeling of gratitude can be in their life. We say, "Oh, I'm grateful for my kids, and I'm grateful for my job or different things," but it really comes down to how deep are you grateful for it? Are you so grateful for your job that you look at your boss, and even on the days whenever maybe you don't like that boss, and you go, "Man, I'm still grateful for you. I'm still grateful that you got me here, you got me able to feed my family today and pay my bills." And it's going a lot deeper with the gratitude. When I talk about our kids and how grateful for you, because that's normally when I ask people, what are you grateful for? That's usually the number one question or answer. Great answer. But for me, are you so grateful for your kids that you're showing them how to live in this world to be your full potential? Because it's one thing to say it to our kids. It's another thing to show them. And we are visual beings as humans. That's how we learn, is being shown. So it's how deep are we really going with that gratitude, and what does it really mean in our life?
Absolutely. What does it really mean in our lives? Why I repeat this is, Sammy, is that a lot of times gratitude becomes transactional. You show gratitude towards people who are powerful, who can do work for you. For other people in our daily lives, we forget to show it several times. How do you see this part of the transactional nature of things, also gratitude coming in between? So, how do you look at this part? How can people not make it so transactional, but actually, as you said, how you show it, how they can actually make it real about this whole thing called gratitude and real about themselves?
Well, in this case, I would say it's like again, it goes back to understanding just how powerful you are, and with the gratitude that you show to people. I call this showing gratitude to the unknown people in your life. When think of it like this: when we go get something to eat, we go out to a restaurant, we get something to eat, and the waiter or waitress comes up and they take our meal, or they take our order, and we order and all that stuff. We're grateful for that person. We go, "Oh man, that waiter tonight was great. Oh, so grateful we had a good waiter." But the reality is this: the transaction went so much deeper. You just helped the waiter out. You just helped the cook out. You made sure that he had a job to do. You made sure that he got paid. Whoever delivered those goods to the restaurant, a truck driver, people that unloaded the truck, you just helped them out with their family, their life. The people that were in the farms making the food, you just help provide for their family. And we don't think about that. We just think about the instant the transaction's happening. And the real gratitude is the service you just provided back to so many families, back to so many people. You just touch so many lives, and we kind of get lost in that. We don't really think of it that way. You know, your gratitude and the service that you do every day in the most simplest things helps change lives. And that's what makes you such a gift. That's what makes gratitude such an outstanding way to live, is to approach every transaction that way, that it's not just about this moment, it's about the service and the greatness that I'm doing to so many people, you know. So it changes the way you look at your business. It's, for me, I own a construction company, and yeah, I'm doing something great for the homeowner, but I'm also, my service providers, the people that get the goods to the stores, the people that are making the products back in the factories and stuff. Like, if I'm not out here doing this, they're not doing their jobs. They don't have that. They're not able to provide for their families. So it's, to really go deep with it and appreciate just how awesome that is.
Right, right, Sammy. But here, if we see a lot of people without experiencing that gratitude feeling to that extent, still go about doing their work and still impacting people positively, or in whatever way it is, they are still providing them with a job, with a and to their families, to the truck driver. If we are talking about the same line of business, then how is it different than somebody who is showing gratitude uh, uh, in his life? Is it beyond what we do in our lives? How is that feeling different, and how is this gratitude going to unlock your potential? Is there a different trick to it? Is there a different mindset to it? How
Um,
do you unlock that part of it so that you do work for others but you feel the benefit going to you? And that is a very, very different, very special feeling. Very only few can
oh, yeah.
experience it if they can really want to do it.
Well, what it does is for me, I know in my life, and then the people that have really started to open their minds up and accept gratitude back into their lives, is it's the appreciation um, for yourself. See, we live in such a world that if we feel like if we put ourselves first, it's, well, that's selfish. Well, that's, you shouldn't do that. Why? You can't be first in your life. You got to have your kids or your mom or your dad or your husband, wife, whatever that might be. And the understanding is, I have so much gratitude for them, but I can't fill them up and I can't be all for them if I'm not full of gratitude. If I don't truly look at myself first and go, man, look at how awesome I am. Look at the gift that I am to this world, because that's literally what you are. Every one of us, we're just a different gift. We're a gift to the world, and it's showing that appreciation back into yourself and let that empower you. Let that it changes your mindset to the point. Well, here a few weeks ago, my neighbor came over, and he had 6 a.m. He had a flat tire. And he's like, man, I got a flat tire. I'm sorry, his battery was dead. Sorry about that. But his battery was dead. Hey, can you come help me out, Sammy? Said, yeah. And we go outside, and I said, well, you're going to be late for work, man. He goes, yeah, it's okay. He said, man, look at this sunrise. Look at how beautiful the day is already. Like he knew that his car wouldn't start. He knew he was going to get in trouble at work. He knew he was going to lose pay because he's not showing up to work on time. And all he could focus on was how beautiful a sunrise was. That's gratitude. Look, stuff's going to happen in our lives. How do I want to focus on it? How do I want to really live my life? I can either live that day and be angry that my car didn't start and that my boss is mad at me? Or can I live that day and go, you know what? It is what it is, but man, look how beautiful the day is. And that changes your whole perspective on the day. Now instead of having that bad day, which most people would have, he says, no, I'm not going to let that do that to me. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day because it's a gift. The day was a gift. So that's really what it can do to your mindset, and that there alone, just to shift your mindset from negativity to positivity and be able to do it quicker. It's not saying nothing ever bad's never going to happen to you, but to be able to get out of that state of mind, that energy, the negative energy, to be able to move away from that so much faster. It's life-changing.
It is life-changing indeed. So you are an entrepreneur yourself, Sammy. So how would you put it for entrepreneurs, businesses, small businesses, large businesses, that they bring this gratitude into their operations, their way of looking at how they are doing business? How can they bring this if they don't know about it, or how can they learn more about it? In a personal life, we can experience it, we can execute it, but how can businesses do uh, bring this gratitude thing into their business, whatever sort of
Yeah.
a business they are having?
I think the biggest way that businesses can use the gratitude to help grow their business in so many ways, financially, values, the whole thing, is in most businesses right now, once the transaction with the customer is over with, we're done. Like, that's the end of it. And it's in the follow-up where there's so much money just left on the table. In the follow-up of, yeah, this customer bought something from me. And it's man, I'm in that moment, you're grateful for them. You're like, oh man, great. Thank you so much for buying whatever today. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Great. And then we forget about them. Well, what happens if we really look at that person in a state of gratitude and we go, that person for a moment in my life helped me pay my bills. That moment helped me feed my family tonight, or that person helped me feed my family tonight. I will forever be grateful for that person. And in my case, we're a service industry, it's to follow up 30 days later and go, hey, I was just checking in on you, KJ. Everything's still going good, man. You still, so you check in on them. And then maybe 4 or 5 months later, you check in on them again. And, you're not always checking in on them for business. You're just literally going, KJ helped change my life. He helped me out in more ways than I can ever repay back. So I want to make sure that KJ is always a part of my tribe. He's always a part of my life. And I'm telling you, since I've implemented that in my own company, and I've helped other companies really implement that, their profits from follow-ups it's skyrocketed, because now you're staying fresh in somebody's mind, you're staying genuine, and you built a relationship, not just a customer. And it's when you build that relationship and stay on top of it, that's where the magic happens. So for me, gratitude is, you're always going to have gratitude in the moment, but it's the gratitude after it's all done that really helps businesses. And that's a forgotten thing in, unfortunately, so many businesses.
Why is it so? It is profitable, it is beneficial, it brings you more business, it brings customer loyalty, it brings everything that a business wants, and still you don't want to do something. Even if you look at it from a pure benefit point of view, you are not able to see it. Is it so difficult, difficult thing to understand?
It's not. The thing that I've noticed, and especially today's society, is, here's the unfortunate part. We live in a world that if it does not affect us right now in this moment, most people don't care. And so again, once that transaction's over, we say, man, KJ, thank you so much. And then we move on to something else and KJ gets forgotten. And it's like, dude, no, KJ, again, to go back to it, KJ just helped change my life. No matter how small or how big the purchase, the money amount, KJ helped change my life. And if KJ is now my friend, I have a relationship with him, KJ tells his family, his friends, his acquaintances. And that's where the magic happens. But I couldn't tell you how many sales meetings I go into, and I'll talk to these salespeople and go, all right, you closed the deal last Friday. So when are you going to follow up with this person? And they go, well, I'm not. Really? Why? Well, we're done. No, you're never done. You're not done. You need to follow up with them. You need to talk to them. You need to just shoot out a text message that says, hi, thinking about you, And what's really cool is the customers who don't experience it anymore, when you give them that experience, they give you back the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This gratitude word sounds so simple. Many people think that they know it, but it is such a vast area to understand. And you have written a book on this, Broken Gratitude. Tell us about this. What is this book all about, and who is this book for?
This book is, I'd love to say everybody, because, again, that's how I feel, is just everybody needs to really know what gratitude is. The book is really based on how to put yourself first in your life, and know that it's going to feel selfish, know that it's going to be something a lot of people are at first will look at you and go, and there'll be a lot of judgment. But to also understand that that's okay. Because when you put yourself first and you have filled yourself up with the joy and happiness and love that gratitude brings to you, you have so much more to give to everybody around you. And it's the book has some different examples on how to get to that life of gratitude, to allow yourself to be first. It's, how do you talk to yourself? I talk a lot about eliminate the word can't, because there's nothing we can't do. I'm 5'6", 48 years old, 200 pounds. And with KJ's help, I can slam a basketball, but I'm going to need your help. But it can be done, and it's how do we talk to ourselves? Who are the people that we're allowing around us? I tell you what, I just don't do drama anymore, and sometimes, unfortunately, that drama is going to come from the people we love the most. And I can still love them. I just have to love them from arm distance. I have to say, I know you're having a bad life and I've tried to help you, but buddy, I love you, but you got to stay over there. I can't, you're bringing me down, and I don't want to be down right now. I want to be up, So it's just 5 different lessons. I don't want to give away the whole book, but at the same time, it's 5 lessons on just how to place yourself first in your life and understand the power that comes with it. When I say that you are the gift, that's exactly what I mean. You are such a gift to the world, and it's to embrace that and accept it. And it's not an easy thing to do. This is something that you have to train yourself to do. And once you embrace it, you learn how to forgive yourself for your past. So many of us, we live in the past, and we find it so hard to deal with or overcome the things from our past. And you got to forgive yourself, find acceptance in it, and say, hey, you know what? I can't go back and change it. I can't do anything different, but I can move forward. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, this is, this is, as I said, it is such a vast topic, and a lot of people would want to know more from you. So how can individuals connect with you? How can businesses who want to understand more about this, want to engage with you professionally, how can they do that? What's the best way to do it?
Probably just go to my website. It's discovermentaledge.com. It's got, I do a weekly blog on there. It's got the book on there. It's got my speaking topics, what I speak on, and I do some workshops too. And it's all based around gratitude. I've really, it's such an empowering thing to me. So I want to share that with everybody I can.
Absolutely. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KAJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thanks for having me.